Yo, what's going on, Los Angeles? Welcome to the Rams Skinny here on the LAFB network. We are Los Angeles Sports, and this is your home for Los Angeles Rams news, analysis, rumors. It's the Skinny, the Rams Skinny. And joining me, as always, is Mr. Skinny T. Ryan Anderson. What's up, brother? How we doing on this warm SoCal day?
Yeah, can't complain. Trying to stay inside as much as possible. Got out for a little jog, but other than that, yeah, just hunkered down. Hitting the keyboard as hard and as fast as possible.
Hitting those keys like Stevie Wonder, hitting them hard. You love the heat, though, right?
Yeah, this is a good temp for me right here. I actually don't mind it. It feels good to get out there, get a little sun on the skin out there, hitting Debs Park. If anybody ever wants to meet me for a run, I'll meet you at Debs Park.
Hey, we're launching. So we haven't officially launched. We have T-shirts already, but we're launching the LAFB Network Run Club. Since I've gotten into running now, running a half marathon, we got merch, so we'll drop a link in there. But yeah, we're gonna hopefully here before the season starts actually get some run club meetups. Right, we're gonna make that happen.
Well, also go check out our shop. We've got some T-shirts back up for sale. If you don't like fall weddings because it disturbs your football, come on, we got the T-shirt for you. Yeah. We got a throwback YG Robert Woods, Bobby Trees T-shirt out there.
That's right. Some good stuff. Aaron Donald Super Bowl ring me one. So
everybody's got to get one of those.
Yeah.
Everybody's got to own that.
Yeah, come on, retro now. Speaking of retro, one cornerback. We recorded last week talking about cornerbacks, and then news broke not even 24 hours later that one Derion Kendrick was going to be cut, and now today on Tuesday he has been re-signed. So interesting move for the Rams. We don't know how much they do save. They saved roughly $3.8 million by cutting him, but obviously re-signed him. So it's going to cut into that, but seemingly took a pay cut, or not took a pay, was forced to take a pay cut to come back to the Rams. But so yeah, he's back in Horns. He was away for about 3 days, and now he's back at the facility and back with his teammates. So let me ask you this, Skinny. Was this an intended move, do you think, where they basically went to him and said, Derion, we like you. We're a little bit up against the cap. We're going to cut you. Obviously, if another team wants you, we wish you the best, but our plan is to bring you back, but it's going to be a cheaper rate. Do you think it was planned, or do you think they cut him, just nobody wanted him? They're like, all right, well, if you want to come back to us for a fraction of the cost, like, by all means.
That might have been their thinking. I mean, who knows? But, the secondary is becoming more and more perplexing as every day passes, it seems like.
Yeah,
we got a video out there on Twitter from Gary Klein with Puka Nacua playing secondary. Now he's playing in flag football against a teenage girl, but it just marks that this is very confusing what's going on. So they released Tre'Davious Tomlinson Hodges earlier this year. He got scooped up, so they're risking it. I don't know what the play is here. He couldn't have cost that much against the cap. He was just over $1 million against the cap last year, so. Over the cap doesn't have that figure up anymore, what he would have cost this year, because we don't know what his new contract is. But just a very unusual move for what was it, fifth round draft pick, 2022,
fifth or sixth, I think. Yeah.
I was thinking about it the other day. Who's under contract for this team that's under 30 next year? I don't know.
Yeah. You mean outside of like the 23 and 24 class, right? That's what you're saying?
Well, in the secondary,
in the secondary. Gotcha. Yeah.
Which I don't think there is anybody. So it's just it's a strange move. I got excited we were talking Emmanuel Forbes last week, so maybe I was thinking, maybe this is a sign he's really taken a big leap. Maybe this is a sign that they're going hard after another free agent, or maybe Jalen Ramsey trade. And they just needed to make some space, but it's got me shrugging.
Yeah. One of those interesting moves. I don't know we're probably overanalyzing it. I'm sure in reality is one of those, they've always said they like the player. He's a very streaky player, like we've talked about a lot, kind of up and down. Sometimes looks like, oh man, this guy's a steal for where they drafted him. Sometimes like, yep, okay, that fits the build of where he was drafted and why he has struggled to go that late in the draft. But yeah, they've always said they liked him. They liked the development opportunity, obviously coming off an injury. So maybe there was like thought that his injury wasn't progressing as they would have liked or whatnot, or a way, I don't know, or a way to just get out of the contract. I don't know what to make of it. It's very odd. But obviously he is back cheaper now. So if he is seen as just a true depth piece at this point in his career, with the opportunity to grow past that, at least they're getting him for a cheaper rate that could save them. But again, we're talking in terms of NFL money, we're talking pennies here. Like, it's not like they're saving like 10 million. I mean, they're saving probably at the end of the day, like maybe $1 million, maybe $500,000. Right. I mean,
you know, it makes you think, going back 2022 and 2023, like when we were looking at the secondary and we were just like scratching our heads, and they pulled it off. They had a pretty decent defense, you know, obviously anchored with Aaron Donald up front for those 2 seasons.
Yeah.
But that was some huevos to trot those guys out there, and luckily that coaching staff was able to coach them up and scheme them up in a way that didn't tank. Well, obviously 2022 was a tank of a season, but 2023 turned out okay.
Yeah, back-to-back decent, playoff seasons where the defense improved, and obviously 2 different defensive coordinators in that stretch. I'd be curious to hear if, Rams now down in Hawaii. God bless him. Like, must be nice. Get your little mini camps down in Hawaii. I'd be curious to hear if Aubrey Pleasant gets any questions regarding that move, and if he has any insight into it, or just more so his thoughts on kind of the development and health of Kendrick and his kind of plans for what he's going to be in the defense. Like, at this point, Skinny, we'll wrap up with this. Like, do you see him as a true kind of future player within this? Or is this more of just like, okay, we can get back for cheap for depth, and, but it doesn't change our plans of potentially going after a big fish? There's still some older vets out there. I think you wrote about Stephon Gilmore potentially as like an option. Is it one of those where it doesn't defer them from any of that stuff? It's just, hey, they were able to get him back for cheap and as a depth piece? Or, like I said, do they truly see him as a valuable asset moving forward?
It's a tough question to answer because he did suffer that ACL last year. So we didn't get to see what the plan was. And, they seemed pretty comfortable rolling out their undrafted free agents in the secondary. But, at a certain point, this is a warm bodies situation. You got to have, they always say you can never have too many defensive backs out there. So, if they end up saving a couple mil, that's great. What does it say about his overall health? Is there a comment on that? But he's, it's better that he's in the building than not in the building. It's better that, somebody's taking up that roster spot, because they're not showing any interest. No draft picks, no undrafted free agents added at the positions. Wow. So, yeah, I mean, it's going to be a head scratcher until another couple of moves happen, whether that's Jalen Ramsey or somebody cheaper. Not Jair Alexander, though. We can't go in that direction.
Yeah, I don't think that's happening. I think, as McVay said, they're, not. What did he say again? How did he phrase it? He doesn't see them going in that direction.
Something vague like that.
Yeah, something to the tune of that. But basically means they're not going after Jair. So let us know what you guys think. Comment below. Just your thoughts on Kendrick. He's a very polarizing player amongst the fan base. Some fans see the upside. Some fans are usually throwing stuff at their TV screens. So drop some comments below. Let us know what you guys think. And here we are in June. Rams in Hawaii. We'll be back with plenty more Rams talk, Rams news, as there's plenty to get into this offseason. This is the Rams Skinny. That's Skinny T. I'm Ryan Deward. Talk to you all again very soon.